I think it's very critical that before you go into any social interaction, you do a ruthless, complete self assessment. Write down very carefully the vital statistics, your height. I keep going back to that. Not to be redundant, but because I found it to be so important. I found it, unfortunately, to be a severe footnote or an indictment concerning what you can expect in terms of possibilities. I don't talk of potential because that's a probability. There's too many variables that are very powerful that we just don't know of that will occur, nuances that will occur in the encounter and the confrontation in the arena in the now. It's a happening. It's a dynamic happening. It's a dialectical tension between the legal aspects, the social aspects, and the sociology of the absurd, the actors, the surrounding performers, where it's happening, the constitutional factors, the continence, the phenotype, the temperament, all these things. They have to be taken carefully into consideration, and they have to be a very vital part of the behaviors you decide to commit yourself to in a situation. Paradoxically, you've got to commit 100% in order to get the most realistic feedback you possibly can. And you have to see it, in my opinion, as an experiment, an experience, and turn it into a meaningful experience, just as if you were a scientist. You are the fact. And you have to get so much step back and distance from yourself sentimentally or as a subjectivity, and focus strictly on the happening, the behaviors. All I want to know about is the particulars. The big things will present themselves spontaneously from the particulars. I've got to know the backstory here. The information one keeps, the actor, the social performer, keeps from himself in order to preserve the plumage, his feathers, not to get them ruffled, in order to preserve his phoniness, his defense system, his delusions of grandeur and a phony entitlement, in order to sustain his incredulous plea or campaign to the gods that he created in his own mind, in order to propitiate them, not recognizing that they don't exist. They never existed. He invented them. You've got to get very, very realistic and do that Marco step back. I call it a Marco step back. Where you step way back from the facts and peruse the situation. Just like Eisenhower planning D-Day. It's not the plan, it's the planning process that's important. But in any case, you need something to get the mobility started, to get you into the arena. And that's going to have to be predicated on, of course, a campaign that you run to give yourself some probability. And you control the probability that you're giving yourself of possible success. Remembering that you always have to assess and reassess where you stand at every moment. You have to juggle so many balls and keep the juggling going. There's too much to be focused on in the now to bring a lot of phony entitlements, to run a phony campaign, to bring sentiments, romance, soap opera into the situation. I need as much reality, the bright floodlights of reality shining on the situation. I need the Knights of the Mirror investigating and examining who I am at every moment in the bright light of day. I want to shed all the protective skin of phoniness to get down to the base reality, or to put it another way, clean the Aegean stables of all the garbage that's in there, the engrams, the conditioning, all of it. And if I can take a step in that direction, then I'm a winner, regardless of the outcome.